That was nice. So now bucking is double tied in, and I gotta be honest, I'm happy with it when I'm letting wood go. Nice hinge, boom, halfway in the tree to get it to cave, right to the bottom of the tree. This one's going too. I could literally probably whip over there right now, but I'm just gonna climb it. I'm just gonna climb it. It's going too, but not today. We're gonna chunk this sucker out now. Now here's the thing, what if something failed, friends? Like, what if one of my clasps broke, right? You know, it can happen. So to be honest with you, I guess getting away with it that long, friends, is pretty cool. I've never fallen. I've never cut my strap. I've never fallen. In the 30 years that I've been climbing almost now, I've actually never fell. I did fall out of a tree, but that was a 25-foot mistake of mine that I made a horrible thing. So this around the tree and back into here is a great idea. It's double tied in. You can leave it below your strap. See, it's there, you're in. What if something broke? You see what I mean? Life's too good for me right now to carry on with that mindset. See, look, now I'm on my, I can literally rest for a minute. Okay, I'm liking this system. I'm starting to like this a little bit now, because I could rappel now, friends. See? But let's find him some straight logs here. So there, and then there's one there. Yeah. See? Now I can do this, friends. I'm tied in. So if you got nubs and stuff, you're gonna get caught. So this is something that comes with you on your travels, right? So let's get smart here. This has to come down with us. And I need a different system because that thing's sliding. Boop, see that? Boom. I kind of like it. He wants straight logs for the mill. He's got a mill down there. So let's flop this guy out. This is tall, but there's a nice straight log right there. Look at this thing wobbling. Gosh darn. So I'm gonna take a piece here, friends. So let's tighten this up. Pull our press up tight. But this is the wrong setup here, I will say that. Okay, this goes here and there. Let's knock a piece off. There we go, both my straps right there. Here we go. Flat as a pancake. Okay, so now he's got a nice bit of milling wood here. So we want this to be a nice log for him. See this? Double tie-in bucking, Billy Ray. Very nice job, young man. Very nice. All right, this should be a pretty good chunk for the mill. Yeah. Yeah, and then another one. Good. I like it.
So friends, the amount of work this little power saw can get done. This is the Ripsaw ported 2511T, the Echo. If you know what you got ahead of you, this is a big tree, friends, but my saving grace is that I can cut down a really big stem. So this little saw gets her done, but this is about its max here now. It starts to, this is where the 201 comes in real handy, but I love this power saw.
Look at that undercut, friends. We got lucky on that one. Let's see how it goes. Oh, that wood smells so good. So, I'm over half. I'm over half. Here we go. I jumped right over top of that little green top. That's hilarious. I'm gonna hang a rope in it. Actually, I might get you to send me the blue rope up, Luke. That's exactly what I wanted.
So friends, what you're seeing here, if you're even interested in it, is just a barbaric way to have a tie-in spot to get out of the tree, because I can fall a fairly large stem, but instead of walking down, I got nothing to tie off, so I just cut a quick notch. We do this a lot around these parts and have for many years. Throw a taut line hitch in it, the old climber's knot, and away we go.
Yeah, nice tree to climb, beautiful wood.
Yeah.
So that's old school tree work at its finest, but I don't like the 2-in-1 thing. It just slows me right down. And the more I'm playing around, hanging around on my picks, the sorer I get, and the more it's not worth it to me. But safety comes at a cost. And that's time in my sense here. So now we send up our running bow line, and this tree is hanging back hard, friends. I mean, it's hanging back hard.
Oh yeah. You may wonder, friends, welcome back. Good to see you here. I hope you're enjoying this so far. A couple things it's funny, friends. I spent a lot of time in the comment section of my YouTube channel. And I'm just going to sidestep this video right now for a sec, because there's never a good time to do a full video on something like this. There's been, so what happens here is we cut this tree, friends, and then I actually, instead of falling this tree, I go do another tree, a big 150 footer, and I chunk it out, and we fall it first, just because if I fall this one, I'm going to break timber, and he wants to mill the stuff. So that's what's happened here. So we're putting a kibosh on that. We're stopping it here at the chunk out. And I thought I would take this opportunity just to, I see a lot of comments about my physical appearance as like, holy cow, Buckin, you're in such good shape. You look younger now than when, 5 years ago. Or, well, I thought I would address this. There is no fasting. There is no diet. Friends, I've talked about evolving on this channel now for about 3 years. So I first of all want to thank you all so much for the kind words, because it is nice to that's nice to have noticed. I was 205 pounds at my heaviest, friends. And when I see those videos come up, I wish I could, well, I could delete them, but I don't do that. But I just look at that, and I look at myself now, and I'm like, okay, this makes a lot of sense to me now. I've been wanting to manifest myself into a better place for years. And so I have been seeing these comments, and I wanted to address it. And they're honest comments. They're not, the odd person thinks I got something or I picked up something or something. There's none of that. There's none of that. There's less eating chips and candy. There's more movement because I can move. So without going too deep, friends, I go a little deeper on my membership channel. I opened memberships up to this channel about 11 months ago. And I'm not trying to entice you over there, but I'm just being honest. They know a bit more about me over there. And that's the purpose of memberships. So I'm 160 pounds. I'm climbing. My joints have changed. I'm evolving, like I've talked about for the past 3 years on this channel. And it's not just physically, because we are three pieces. And if you guys, if you've not heard me say that a few times on this channel already, then you haven't been watching. This is more about other things than just undercuts and backcuts and climbing trees. So I won't go into too many more details, but I am stronger than I've been in a long time. I will say this though, friends. I will say this. You guys used to hear me talk about the ball, going on the ball for my core, because I believe without your core, your life is going to be a struggle. And mine was completely smashed off me in 2006, gone, wiped out, finished. And it was a rebuilding process. So yeah, I've been on the floor every night for the past probably month and a half, doing leg lifts and strictly core work, all core work. I don't lift weights. I lift power saws and wood and throw axes around. So I'm fortunate in the sense that I'm a physical guy. So if I can be physical, I am physical. So it's more about what I'm eating or what I'm not eating, if that makes sense. So I want to again thank you for noticing and saying kind words. But I did want to address it, because there's been a lot of people noticing and commenting. And I ain't fishing for no compliments. I just wanted to address this. So Luke and I have been playing around with mics. And there's, I think yesterday's video was not that good. We're trying to find our place there. It'll come. Just work with us. We appreciate all the feedback. That's for darn sure, because that helps us kind of get this keyed in. The drone, Lukey, the freaking drone, friends, has been an incredible addition to this. So it takes a lot more time to sync and all that stuff. And that's where Luke kind of steps in, because I'm hands off on that stuff, friends. But anyway, just thank you all so much for being here. We've been here a long time now. And you know my mantra, friends. You know my mantra. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. And it would not be right of me right now to not talk about this little sucker right here for just a momento. Friends, this is the deputy handle that I've been talking about for a while now. and it has showed up. We've got a few. There's not that many. I think Christine's throwing them up on the website. I think there's 40, Luke, from... I think she got 40, friends. Well, I think Christine did get 40 or so, I believe. But check out buckandbillyray.com, friends, and the home handle. So these things are coming now. It takes a while for this. Friends, this is one of my favorite axe designs of all time. There's a pole on it. There's a nice radius on this and a really nice profile. We're going to take this out and swing this. But this handle is where competition chopping axe handle meets vintage axe handle. Right, Luke?
Totally.
I know. I'm a big palm swell guy because you can do whatever you want with that to personalize it. But, oh, this is nice. Friends, I'm going to go swing it. I love that you're here. Welcome to new subscribers that are coming in from the shorts. Yeah, feeling strong, friends. Evolving. I talked about this for a while and it's happening, and I'm so happy. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. And I'll catch you on the next video.